35192. Want to send me a text. If you're watching live at AlanCoxShow.com, thank you so much to whoever is helping out back there. I don't know who's helping out, but someone is. And I don't know.
I think I forgot to hire someone
They
today.
didn't show up.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, that means that Bill's doing it.
Yeah,
You can thank him for that.
there's a lot of different things to do before the show. Sometimes you forget to hire the person.
A lot of moving parts.
I mean, everything still got done, so that's crazy.
yeah, that's pretty wild.
Well, let's see. It looks like we just hired.
Did we have someone that we hired?
Yeah,
or?
we just hired somebody.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on. Let me just go ahead and update that.
I know you have a lot of secret files back there.
Yeah,
that
we got.
even I'm not privy to, so that we can maintain professional stance. Burf DeSlog is the person helping out back there today. Thank you so much, Burf DeSlog. All-Star break is over, and your Cavaliers, well, the break isn't over. The Cavs are back here at home on Thursday night to play against the Denver Nuggets. That's a 7 o'clock tip here on WMMS. So as soon as we roll out on Thursday, Cavs Live pregame will begin. And as far as getting yourself some cool gear from CLE Clothing Company, you have precisely 1 week left. Short month rather. 1 week left to use the promo code HEARTTHROB for 20% off all month in February with CLE Clothing Company. They have retired Kevin Love's jersey. He wore number 0 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's gone off to the Miami Heat after a contract buyout, and I'm curious how, I would imagine with Poundcake's weekend so jam-packed, he might not have had any time to really properly consider the situation or maybe mourn the move from Kevin Love to the Miami Heat. Is that a fair assessment that you haven't had the time to really think about it?
I cried about it on the toilet, so I'm over it now.
You give it a good toilet cry.
Sometimes
The
you need a good
highest
toilet
honor.
cry.
I was going to say, is that the top of the hierarchy? I mean, if you've got, is toilet cry at the very top? Like when because you're already hunched over, if somebody's got to get a real good sob going, they might fetal up on the bed or something. You're already kind of hunched over there on the toilet. Plus, you can just lean over and your tears will drop directly between your legs. There isn't even anything to clean up. You cried about it on the toilet.
Well,
you recall for how long? Because your average, you've made it clear that your average toilet sitting time is unbelievably long. Just under normal circumstances, not even in a period of mourning.
I'd say probably about 25 minutes.
Oh, 25. So a normal amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, people were tweeting at me before, and I was like, why am I I don't get notifications on Twitter. Like, my Twitter's not popping like that. So people kept saying condolences. I'm like, who died? Which one of my family members died? And no one told me.
Family members.
Like, I'm just like, condolences. And so I look, and I was like, oh, it has to be the Kevin Love stuff. So I was on the toilet, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw it. I'm like, Miami. Why is it everyone just leaves and goes to Miami first?
You're not really asking that question, are you? Why did he go to Miami?
I know why he went to Miami, but it just seems like a pattern. Everyone leaves here and goes.
I mean,
straight to
LeBron
Miami.
didn't say, I'm going to take my talents to the Pacific Northwest. Went to Miami. This is a hell of a lot of fun to be down there in Miami.
Is 2 people a pattern?
All right, well, I don't like that. They just saying we're not good enough. Our weather's not good enough. Our people aren't good enough.
Listen, he
We
did.
cut him. He's not good enough.
He did what we wanted him to do. He's been here a long time. He was part of the championship team. What else is there for him to do?
I think he's tired of being oogled. I don't think he likes.
Or ogled. Oogled.
He doesn't
He don't want to be oogled anymore.
He doesn't
Stop
want to be
oogling me.
He doesn't want to be the sex symbol of the team anymore, so he's moving to Miami where he can fade into obscurity.
He's your sex symbol, and I think he's already beginning to fade into obscurity. I mean, the Heat are not not a lot of heavy lifting they're expecting from Kevin Love in Miami.
They're not going to start him.
No, they want him to be able to come off and do some things, and
What do they want him to do if they don't want to play him?
fill out the team. I mean, you need a guy to come off the bench, and
It must be great to be a professional athlete. You just get paid millions of dollars.
We've talked about this. You get paid millions of dollars if you're lucky. If you're one of the top earners. Yeah. And they cut you. They got to pay you your whole contract. There's no nonsense. There's no, like, you might get screwed out of some bonuses along the way, but, you get cut. They got to buy out your whole deal.
Yeah, NBA's got guaranteed contracts, so that's the league to be in. I think Major League Baseball has guaranteed to a point, but the NFL, a lot of those contracts, they can just cut you and be like,
Yeah, we're not going to pay anymore.
There are definitely guaranteed money, but there's a lot more flexibility in the NFL.
Let's say if you're a guy like, man, a name doesn't really come to mind, Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a lot of guaranteed money, but that's not normally the case.
Nope.
Cleveland would, of course, be an outlier in that. But retiring number 0. No one else gets... Somebody had to have worn number 0 before Kevin Love for the Cavaliers. I don't know who that was.
I think
but
Vitaly Potapenko.
Is that a real guy?
Yeah.
Vitaly Potapenko.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gesundheit.
I don't know if that's what number he wore.
All right. Vitaly Potapenko. Well, he wore 52 for the Celtics. He wore 52 for the Cleveland, too.
Okay.
And now he's the assistant coach of the Memphis Grizzlies. Vitaly Potapenko. Wow. Number 52 for the Cavs. All right. Well, anyway, they will retire Kevin Love's number 0 jersey, and I'm sure he'll celebrate in Miami. Thanks, guys.
Some big names. C.J. Miles.
Hey, I remember C.J. Miles.
Larry Kettner.
Yep.
And Jeff McInnes. I know all
Okay.
those guys.
I think C.J. Miles must be the guy that was here since I've been here.
He got here right as LeBron left the first time.
Okay. Well, there you go. They got him from the Idaho Stampede and the Utah Jazz. Anyway, there you go. Poundcake has spent, I think, an appropriate almost half an hour mourning it on the toilet.
It makes me sad.
Was that, I understand. That's why I asked. I got no skin in the Kevin Love game. But I ask you because I envision you, all those people are blowing you up, and you're like, oh, my God, what's going on? Now, do you go directly to the bathroom to mourn properly, or was that just part of the...
I was already in the bathroom anyways, and that's when I have, the time to scroll.
You're already on your phone, and people are blowing you up.
Yeah, so I'm like, I do the, I check the Facebooks, see if I got notifications. I check the Twitters, see if I got notifications. Check the Instagram, see if I got notifications. And for once, Twitter beat all the notifications. I'm like, this is impossible. This is impossible. And I was looking, it was all Kevin Love posts. I'm just like, did he die? But no, he got traded or he got bought out.
Yeah, they bought him out. He gave up $1.5 million.
Oh.
Well, I mean, right, but he's still
wonder-
going to go live in Miami. He'll be fine. The Cavs were paying him stupid money.
I wonder will they do a walkthrough of his house so I can smell all the furniture before he leaves?
You mean a public walkthrough?
No, just me.
Just you. Hey, guys, could I, where does he live? Does he have a house here?
Bracknell.
Does he?
He used to be Tristan Thompson's neighbor.
Is he still? Does he still have a place here? I mean,
I'm sure he does.
I guess. I don't.
He was here
it's
for
not like I look him
almost
up or
a decade,
anything.
so. Yeah, get on Yelp, or what you get on Google Maps and
Zillow.
look right at his house.
wow, okay.
No, it's gated. I can't. Damn it.
There's got to be some. There's got to be some way that you can access that. Maybe not a walkthrough, but you can live vicariously through looking at the photos.
I guess.
I mean,
I think they scrubbed that stuff.
But you're a prominent media personality. There's got to be that works for the flagship station for the Cavaliers. There's got to be. Of course, he's with the Heat now, but I mean,
yes,
there have to be some strings you can pull
There was a time
as a Fat Tuesday gift.
Who was the guy that used to call in and used to do sports updates for us? And he was working an event with Kevin Love, and we almost got him to meet, or I almost got to meet him. Don't you remember that? He was
Don't recall.
Michael, the guy that does the play-by-play. What's his last name?
He was doing an event at the IX Center or something, and Kevin Love was there.
John Michael.
Oh, John Michael. Yeah, right. We used to do a thing with him. Well, maybe it's time to call in a favor, Poundcake.
Do I really want to waste it on someone who...
Waste it?
Yeah,
He's your number one guy over there.
He was my number one guy over there.
Well, now you have to figure out who's going to take his place.
I already told you Chetty.
Chetty Osman?
Chetty's up in... He's next in line.
Okay. Does he know
He's been
that?
there the longest. I don't know.
Okay.
He's been. I feel like it should go by seniority because Kevin was like the last guy on our championship team, and now it's all new people. So I feel like
Is that true? Is he the last dude from that team
I think
that's been here? That's still on the team?
No, Kevin Love was the last one from the championship team.
That's what I'm
That's what I
saying.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the last one.
He was
Okay.
the last one, yeah.
so. He was a winner and he was hot. So now I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, I guess you've got some things to consider then.
Oh, where was Chetty born? Is he European?
Isn't he Turkish or something?
Yeah, Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what
He's
that
married, and I know you don't care about that. But, I mean,
But he's only worried about his circumcision or
I
lack
didn't say
thereof.
that.
But that's exactly what you meant when you go. You know what that means?
Sharpay action
I know you
down
long
there.
enough.
I don't
You
want that
guys are
Sharpay.
disgusting. I'm not gonna belittle somebody like that.
Right. He's from Macedonia and not Ohio. He's from the country of Macedonia on
Is that near Genovia?
Lake Ohrid. I don't know what that is.
I
But,
know you don't. There's a lot of people in their car right now that are laughing with me.
All right. So Macedonia and Turkey are different countries.
yes.
Okay, I'm finding that out. I thought maybe Macedonia was a city in Turkey. I don't know.
No, it's its own country.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know these.
No, I
things.
don't. I thought he was from Turkey.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Turkish, but there we go. We learn things every day.
You know, today's Fat Tuesday or Shrove Tuesday for you olds, and the kitchen this morning here at iHeart Cleveland, that middle island there, was covered in boxes of punchkis, right?
And those all got scooped up.
Yeah, but I was surprised just this morning as I'm starting to do my work, and I'm hearing some of the younger people on our staff who had no idea what they were.
I don't know what
And
the
I'm like,
punchki is.
You know what a punchki is?
No, I don't.
How is in Cleveland, Ohio, where it's like 109% Polish? Like, how do people not know what punchkis are? By the way,
Especially because we talk about them every
How
year.
do you spell it?
oh, it's Polish. It's like Paczki. It's pronounced punchki, but it's. I was just surprised that they were going like one or two of them were like, oh, and so it's got stuff in the middle.
I was like, it's a
or-
donut.
I'm like, you guys have lived here your whole lives. Like, you haven't gone anywhere. How have your parents not gotten you hip to punchkis? Even if you're not Polish, people like donuts with crap in the middle. I was just really surprised. I'm sitting there. I'm like looking around. They're like, someone else was giving them a tutorial on what punchkis were. Again, not the most important thing in the world,
It
but
looks
it's always
delicious.
fascinating to me what people don't know. What?
I said it looks delicious.
Well, yeah, but they're heavy too. They're like door stops.
Ooh.
So when you see people eating 2 and 3 of them, I'm like, well, that is heroic. I didn't have any.
We didn't even
But-
get a chance. They were all gone by the
Here's-
time I got here.
Oh, I thought there were maybe a couple back in the
I-
kitchen.
I didn't see any. I
Well-
just saw boxes in the garbage. So
Yeah.
that's all right. I'll live. I'm not the biggest fan. I think they're all right. But
Had-
I usually take like 1 or 2 bites, and I'm like, not as good as a regular donut.
I had to bring hot sauce in my bag today because I had to bring my own lunch, so I'm not messing with no punchkis.
Well, it's heat versus sweet. What if you put some hot sauce on a punchki?
Here you go.
No.
No?
No.
How do you know? You didn't even know what they were until 25 seconds
I
ago.
had one. I didn't know what they were. I thought it's a cream-filled donut. I would just
Right, but
call
the
it a
box
donut.
on every single side says punchki on
I've
it. It's
had
got
a-
like a weird
Yeah,
Polish
but
word.
that word doesn't register to him.
I've
No,
had-
but he didn't even, like, if he called it a Paxki or something, at least that would,
Well, no,
you'd
it's-
understand that.
if you get it from like a box or something, or from like a place where they bring it in a box. I had it at like a banquet.
This was
and they
at
were
your
just-
morning job?
No,
Oh.
they were just like sitting out at a banquet or maybe like a wedding, and I'm like, oh, cream-filled donut. I didn't think it had any
Specific
different name.
thing, yeah.
Like you could call a croissant a roll, or you could call it a croissant. It's still a roll,
Well, it's a specific kind of roll
but it's a
made
roll.
from a specific kind of dough. I guess I was just surprised that there were people in this part of the country that were like, "Oh, I'm not familiar with that." Since it's all anybody talks about this time of year in this part of the country.
When's Dingus Day?
Huh?
When's Dingus Day?
You tell me.
I don't know.
See, that you know. How do you know that and not punchkis?
Because I had a boss that was Polish.
And never mention punchkis.
No, he just likes to get drunk. and he
Likes to get drunk.
He has a name
I'm
with
going to
a,
go out on days day. I don't know anything about those donuts with the stuff in them, but
So-
I like the...
has a lot of consonants in his name. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, so you like Dingus Day, huh? He's like, love it. I just
Love
assumed-
it.
I was like, is that racist of me to assume because you have a bunch of letters in your name and I can't pronounce it that you like Dingus Day? It's not at all.
Racist. It's the day after Easter. They have like a big
Parade.
parade in Parma. The whole thing, right? Parma, they have a Dingus Day parade. And
You
people
never
dress
know.
up.
I was like, you never know how many Polish people you work with until Dingus Day comes around, because then your whole office is empty.
Right. Okay. Again, this leads me back to how you haven't heard these people be talking about punchkis the whole time.
I don't know.
Or seen them stacked at Giant Eagle. You know, for like 2 weeks before Fat Tuesday, you go to a Giant Eagle in the bakery department, or any place with a bakery department, stacks, brick walls full of punchki boxes. Again, but Poundcake is in that group. I didn't know.
Did not know.
I was just surprised. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that this is, you're not living in a part of the country that's like largely Italian or something. It would be like Poundcake going, no. Somebody mentioned this spaghetti. Am I saying that right? Spaghetti? I'm not familiar with that.
So what is Slavic Village? Is that Polish, or what is that?
Well, that would be Slavic. They might take
Slovenian.
umbrage at you calling them Polish.
So that's Slovenian?
So Slavic. What kind of Polish is that?
Well, I mean, it is Polish. I mean,
Well,
Czech people and Polish people.
I just find it weird. I want to know why certain countries have like a neighborhood here. Not that they're not welcome, but it's just we have like Little Italy. We have
Well, I mean, most cities basically got the
Asia
same
town.
immigrants coming. So every town's going to have an Asia town, or it's going to have a Little Italy, or the neighborhood Gwen and I lived in Chicago before we moved to Cleveland was Ukrainian Village.
okay.
So, I mean,
It just
again,
matters
that's
on the
another,
immigrants.
like Cleveland, Chicago is an extraordinarily Polish-heavy city. But, yeah, I don't know. These are all things I bet you could figure out. What if you were to become a local historian of sorts?
This is where a lot of white people live.
John Skirtek a run for his money.
There you go. Right. I gotta take a break here. If you want to send a text 35192, you can listen wherever you are on the iHeartRadio